Hi, welcome to the .NET Core Blazor series. In the previous video, I was discuss about the Blazor local storage and install some local packages for the local Blazor local storage and register services. I create and inject local storage services in our auth repository and use it in the login method when you log into the system and set JDB token and email in the local storage. So in this video, I am going to implement the authentication state provider, which is the default and built-in provider for the .NET Core series. So just go to the implementation. Need some uh, discussion or introduction to for the authentication provider. What is the authentication provider and how to use it? So just for this. So in this tutorial, we are going to create the authentication provider and how it's work and how to protect our components. Component means our other pages. So those are the login register and products. Other pages we will create in the future. And we will use the built-in authentication state provider service to enable the authentication. And furthermore, we are going to hide our UI from unauthorized user and read the authentication state. So we will use this to authenticate the user and show some component to the authentication user and show some authentication some component to the unauthenticated user. So So the authentication state provider has the some just move to the custom authentication provider implementation. Also, Blazor provides the built-in custom authentication provider state provider services, and you can implement this class and override the get authentication state async method to implement the custom authentication. So this is the uh, get authentication state async method, which is used to get the user authentication state. So I have just to copy this code, and if I move to the project and I have created the one folder which is auth provider, and in the auth provider I have created the class authentication provider, and which is inherited from the authentication authentication state provider. So just move to the to here and add two properties in this class and add references for that. So add references for that, and uh, you can see that uh, because the target packages system identity model, the JWT token is not installed. That's why JWT security token handler is showing error. So just install with the package manage, find at the latest version. So it will automatically find and install the latest version, which will be the which is installed. And what happening with this? So this is installed successfully, and now just we have to create the constructor. I already created the constructor and just copy this and paste it here. So in the constructor, I am initializing both of them, and now I have to do some, and now I have to move the implementation of the authentication state async. So just I have to create the variable user, and which will be the uh, get some default configuration for claims, claims principal. What happening? CIP, yeah. Add the references for that and analyze if the claim is entity. So this is the default configuration for the user. If no claims, if the token has no claim, means the user is unauthenticated, then this user will be passed. So just move the forward and get the token which is saved in the local storage. So just go to this and create variables. Get token. Yeah, token is equal to await and local storage and local storage dot get item is string and which is the string type and the key there was the auth token, auth JWT token. Just provide it here. So now this will validate the token and store in the get token variable. So here we have, as you can see that here we have used the set API to save our token in the local storage, and we are getting the token which is saved in the local storage. So now I now validate the token. If token is the null, if get token is equal to null, then what will we do? Then we will return the simply the return return the authentication state, which will be the authentication state with this user. So what happened? Generate. I think some get mistake. We are declaring here. Authentication state user. What happened with this? Just see the document. And here is a mistake. Just put the new here, and now you can see that the issue is resolved now. Now, now I have to get the token, read the token. So for this, I need to use the JWT token handler. Token is equal to JWT security handler and just read the JWT token, get token. So this will here is the get token, and this will get the token, and through this I can uh, separate the claims and the tokens. So just create the variable for claims token dot claim. Uh, as you can see that if I move to the API project and I move to the account. When I was configure the token, so it was contain the claims. Claims contain the username, GUID ID and email. So also contain the user roles, claim roles, and JWT token. So in the here I am doing here in the token I was combined all of these in the one token. So I am separating this all of the token, separating the token and the claims. So just create the now I have changed the user from empty claim to the user claim. So user equal to and a new claim principal. So now I have the uh, user information like user claims and just pass the claim here and give it the name JWT. So and fold in the outer bracket. So now I have to return the just to go there and return the user. So here is the difference. Here it means that the user has no claim. So I have just returned this if there is the no token. So after that I have get the token and separate the claims, and now I have returned the token. So return the user. So which means that here is the user has the claims and tokens. So the user is authenticated successfully. So this method will be used to get the authenticated state of the user if the user has a token or user has a not token. So after that, I have to change the state of the user if the user is logged into the system. So just move the documents and it has created that action method which is the login, and just copy this and paste it here, and you can see that here I am doing same thing like use I have created the variable like user claim identity which is empty, and read the token from the JWT token and save token, and just get the token claims token separate claim and create the name is the same. So now I have changed the authentication state to user. So notify authentication state change authentication state, which is the user is authenticated and user is logged into the system. So now I have to go to the register this services authentication provider services to through the our program.cs class. Just move there and copy and paste in the program.cs class. So just paste it here and add the copy this and add it here. Authentication provider, and sorry, just replace service with builder services, and now I have to put it here the authentication provider class, which is the default uh, configuration. So what is the issue behind this? Now the issue is resolved now. So now I have to do some changes like that. Change the state, user state from login state, authentication state, and I have just copy this and move to the auth repository and just copy this, paste it there, and call the authentication provider. So authentication provider and valid underscore initialize it and just go paste. And here I have to do some. So I have initialized it here. So I need to change the login state when user login to the system. So I am returning a false. So I need to change this logic. Just go to the documents and copy this. Change the authentication state and just paste it here. API authentication provider, which is the authentication provider. Just copy this, paste it here, and add references for that. So where is the token string dot email and add references for the authentication state provider. So not the authentication. Here is the authentication. So user login implementation is successfully. So for here I have to return that true. So just run the project and see what happens. Okay, services are not able to constructed author provide authentication provider live scope. So I have to just take this issue and so here was the issue and authentication providers and authentication state and I was not registered the builder GW security handler token. So just run the project and you can see that both projects are running properly. Now I need the login credential. Just move the login eraser and copy the email and you can see that user register and user. I just go to the login and email is the admin at the rate admin dot com and password is the. I have to add some breakpoint here so to validate the user. So just submit and you will see that it hit the login. What's happening? Token generation and Now the it is returning the token. Just copy the token. Here is the token and move to the JWT token and paste it here. And you can see that here is the token details. So subject name is the admin.com. The ATI is the here this and the email is the admin.com. Role is administrator. Expiration time, issuer, sample, and audience who is using the API. Where is here the web. We have done all of these configuration in the app setting file and here is the role and you can see that our here this is the header algorithm HS256 type JWT and it is the payload and verify algorithm signature is the SM a CSS HA256. So our token is generated successfully. Now just move here and see what happened. Is it our authentication provider logic is working properly as expected or not? What happening? So it's moved in the login and now validating the token. So it's playing the what's okay. It's mistake. I have added a space here. That's why I mean this will be I should. So this tutorial is this was the mistake by mistake the space was added here. Here is same mistake here. Just move the space and token. Read the token and you will see that token is read successfully. Which is the now read the claim from the token file. So that is the claim function admin. All the information we were set in the claim is here. So token generation in the if we go to the their token here we will generate token and now we are validating our token is generating successfully or not. So we have read the token and after that get claims and now we are submitting there and let's change the user authentication state to login and identities. So you can see that claims and then tokens here. So just go and authentication state. Authentication state is the so we are logged into the system successfully. So in the next video, I will implement the logout process when user click on the user logout and the session will be we need to if I go there and we are using the claims and token and so the state of the user is going to authorize. So I need when user click on the logout, so user token and the claims so was clear, was clear. So in the next video we will implement the logout project. So thanks for watching the video. If you have any question, you can put your question in the comment box.